center of everything we top.
The center of everything we
top.
touch is
Yeah, I
maybe
was gonna say we touch.
the actual slogan?
Not quite.
No.
Similar thing.
We see,
And
feel,
all of the above.
experience, sense.
Starts with a D.
D.
Yep.
Devour.
Yeah, nice.
Do.
Center of everything we do.
Everything we do. Do brand.
I mean, I don't think they're very doo-doo. They're known
Is it
for
Nutbusters?
putting words on pages
What?
and giving them to the people.
Like a newspaper?
Like a publisher.
Oh.
This is right up your alley. Just take a guess.
Penguin.
No.
Harper Collins.
Yes.
That is
Hey,
such a
second.
that is such a random thing for you to pick.
I know.
Center of everything we do.
Yep.
Damn.
I mean, it's not totally false.
They should change it to the center of everything we top.
I think
Just for us.
we should get that in first, I think, actually. We should
right.
lock that in.
We've been doing this for so many episodes. The slogans. What's the top year one?
Surely it's
Wow, that's really.
have a great day and have a top year.
Yeah, true.
I think that's it.
True. True.
That's our slogan.
That's become our slogan, I
slogan.
feel like. And that's our slogan. And this is our intro. Welcome, everybody.
Fantastic segue.
That was clean. That was clean.
It was a little bit forced. Welcome to the podcast. Here on Top Year, we're looking back at the last 150 years in order to make a definitive and unbiased ranking of history. Now, each week, we take a deep dive into a random year before giving it a score out of 100 and ranking it on our famous year tier. I'm Max.
I'm Harper.
I'm Collins.
What brings you here today?
Books.
Everything.
Everything we
The
do.
center of everything. The center of the universe.
Last week,
We topped up.
we topped up big time.
We topped up
Booyah.
on our felt friends, the Muppets, created by Jim Henson.
With the help of friend of the show, Will.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's an emptiness next to me.
Yes, Will Takashawi. Last name is actually that.
Yeah. Not many people know that.
No,
Yeah.
but yes, we had him on. He brought the boom, and we talked about the Muppets. It was awesome.
That was a great
It was a lot
episode.
of fun.
I doubt you guys missed it, but if you did, go back and listen, or just listen to it again because it's really special.
This week, what are we doing?
1935.
Ooh. All right.
We've gone forward in time actually.
From 1880.
1880. Yeah.
Would have been our last year episode.
So for a while we were stuck in 1880, which is quite troubling.
The dark days.
Too long.
How are we feeling today, boys?
I'm feeling short-weeked,
Short weeks.
or maybe fast-weeked.
Feel like it's been flying by.
Yeah,
That is good.
been busy.
I feel like kind of similarly, but today felt so long. We got to today quickly, but today's been a long one. Not gonna lie.
You know
True,
what?
Palmer.
I agree.
I'm feeling
agree.
day long.
Day long. I'm feeling shirt happy. This is a new shirt.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Where's it from?
Gazman.
Friend of the
Oh.
show.
Friend of the show.
Nice.
That's where a lot of get my shirt happy's from.
That's where we all get our shirts from here at Top Gear.
Thank you, Gazman, for
Also sponsored.
That would be a crazy first sponsor, by the way.
Gazman.
Yes. You know, it would be a crazy sponsor.
BuzzFeed.
BuzzFeed.
What a collab.
Wilson chose us a great quiz today. It was, we know which Monopoly piece you're basically the human form of based on the crumble cookies you pick. Crumble Cookies, by the way, is a brand that makes cookies.
This will all make sense later, I promise.
And this is created by Beefy, community contributor.
Thank you, Beefy.
Thank you, Beefy.
Their profile pic is from Total Drama Island, it looks like.
Yeah, it is.
You want to remember that?
A BuzzFeed heard.
What a show.
Yeah, true. It is too. I just noticed it.
The drama is in the cookies, apparently, because what did you guys pick for a fruity cookie?
I did a lemon glaze.
I went for a strawberry shortcake.
I did, but then I went back for peaches and cream.
Oh,
Never had one, but it looks great.
It does look really good. That was my first choice, and I chose a lemon.
strong
Fruit
selection.
pizza looks alright.
What about a weird cookie flavor? If we can scroll to that in this
Gotta
mega
go
long
down.
quiz.
Yeah, this quiz was long, and I feel bad about that.
Honey Graham.
I did PB and J.
I did Berry Crunch.
I went for a Sour Patch.
Why is that one called Honey Graham?
It's like a graham cracker. That's like an American thing.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah, you're so right.
But it just looks like
Looks
it should be
very
graham.
dry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we reveal which piece we are?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm happy to go first because I feel like it can only go up from here.
Go for it. I think I got the best one. So.
I don't think I got a good one.
On the boot.
Okay,
Oh.
look, I'm definitely better than that.
And the description was, someone had to be the shoe. Sorry.
Oh, that's so harsh.
That's cold.
That's mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't mind the boot.
I got the dog.
This is the first time I've got three. I'm not probably not the first time, but three different.
The game board's best friend.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yes.
Is that all the description is?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, I got the iron.
The iron. Like a hand iron.
Yeah, it's like a hand
Not
iron.
forehand.
You're probably the mum friend in your group and always win. I
Oh.
don't think I've ever won Monopoly because I've never played to the end. Yeah.
I wonder how they picked which pieces would be the game pieces.
That's true.
I think
we
I'm.
could top up.
Maybe
on
we could
Monopoly.
top up on that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I always try to do the car, but it's normally taken first.
You know what? I've never really played Monopoly, so
Another board game
Yeah,
episode.
Another board game episode, but that will be impenetrable because
It'd be like 4
Monopoly.
hours.
It'll be like counting cash out. Like you owe me $36.
all right. Should we play Topopoly right now?
Let's do it.
Yeah, we should play top year up
Yeah.
actually.
Topopoly.
We get to learn about 1935.
Yes!
So gather round.
Did we make any predictions for this year?
You did.
Oh.
And I have them here.
Okay.
Consider me gathered around.
That's good.
So
I'm so
around.
glad. Kyle, your prediction was a famous newspaper was founded.
Oh gosh, what
Oh.
was it? I should have said publisher.
Hey, you actually should have. Genuinely. And then Max was the first big fly
way.
somewhere.
Oh, the big fly. Yeah. I did a big fly.
So we're
Yeah.
talking insect or motion?
Plane. No, it was specifically plane.
Oh,
Human in plane.
I don't want to give too many spoilers, but you know, hey,
That spoiled nothing.
hey, pretty good.
we kind of spoiled mine.
Well, we'll see.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. The U.S. president. Any ideas?
Herbert Hoover.
No.
Oh, what? Is it?
I do have a fact about him later.
Is it Dwight Eisenhower?
No. Max, any
I'm not
ideas?
helping you out here. I got nothing.
Is it
Is it Frank?
FDR?
Yeah.
Oh, I just snuck in there, I reckon.
Is it Franklin Delano Roosevelt, you say?
Yes.
Yes. He's the longest serving president, serving from 1933 to 1945 due to wartime necessity. He was elected 4 different times as president. This was with his first term in 1933, second term 1936, and then 1940 and 1944, and he died in 1945.
Was that 4 terms?
4 times.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Because war necessity.
Yeah. Because 1936, war broke out in 1939. So they just kind of went,
That's where we is staying.
he's pretty good. He literally saved us from the Great Depression. He can do war for us. And then, he was pretty influential. And Australian Prime Minister. Any ideas? I don't think I'd ever heard this guy's name in my life.
Can we get a hint?
His last name is an Australian cricketer's last name.
That does not narrow it down that much.
Is it John Bradman?
That'd be huge.
What does it rhyme with?
The last name?
His whole name, what does it rhyme with?
Shark?
Broseph.
Joseph?
Joseph.
Smith?
Gorton.
No, I'm trying to think about how to not give this last name away.
You know what? Just say it.
Joseph Lyons.
Nice.
Yeah. The population was roughly 2.2 billion.
Damn, why was it so rough?
Yeah.
Everyone was like, "Arr."
Yeah. I'll fight you. I'll punch you on the head. These 2.2 billion people would be seeing this. They'd be screaming boondoggle.
Boondoggle!
Screaming that.
Now, what might that mean?
I reckon that's the original name for the game Boggle before they
Yeah.
shortened it.
No.
Boondoggle. Oh, drat. That's what it means. Damn it.
It means to do or to create an extravagant and useless project. And that comes from the New Deal that FDR proposed, which was giving $3 million to unemployed people to take craft lessons where they made boondoggles, which is a braided ornament. And the nickname was given for useless things
Oh.
because they spent a lot of money.
What's a boondoggle look like? I'm going to have a look.
Take
I
a look
have
at
no
my
idea.
boondoggle. I made it.
My
in
little
craft
tool.
class.
Oh,
Because I'm unemployed.
I would know those as a
Okay.
Scooby-Doo.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I don't know
have to
why
get
they're
this
called
on,
that,
on the
but,
telly.
Boondoggle.
Boondoggle.
Surely people know what I'm talking about here.
Does that say Scooby-Doo?
Those little plastic
Oh, yeah.
wire things you like.
Why did they have to give them $3 million to make those?
I would
You
take
gotta-
$3 million to make
I
that.
would too. Not bad.
There
This-
you go. That's interesting.
Yeah. Bumping gums.
Kissing.
No.
What? Talking.
Talking nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Making conversation, but with no substance.
Nice.
Billiable.
Beg your
Are
pardon?
these words? Billiable.
Billiable.
Oh, sorry. No, actually, I capitalized the wrong letter. Billiable. Capitalized the Y there by accident.
No idea.
A phone call. Yeah. Then also they were saying,
Billiable.
hey, give me some dough and give me some bread.
Bit of that moolah.
Yep.
And piss off the pot.
Miss.
To get up in front of people and make a fool of yourself.
To stop wasting time and make a decision. So if there's potentially a game later,
Billiable.
I'll be yelling at you. We've got some babies were born. And some popular baby names of those babies were as follows. We'll start with the ladies first. It's it's a different bunch, but I expect you to go well.
We're guessing?
Do you want to guess?
Always.
Yes.
Yeah, come on. Meh.
Re.
Sure.
Lee.
Bar.
Bruh.
Bear.
Liable.
Bear.
Funny.
No.
Bella.
No.
Rusford.
Sorry, can I get the full name?
La. La.
What is this one?
Betty.
Oh, Betty.
Pa.
That's it.
Trisha.
Pa. Yeah, Patricia. And for the fellas here, we've got Raw.
Bird.
Ja.
K.
Go again.
Just J.
Ms.
Yeah.
Oh.
Tried to make it all fancy. Jot. Yeah. Will.
Liam.
Rid.
But.
Rid.
I said but.
Oh, Ribbit.
Ribbit.
What did you say?
Richard.
Yeah, Richard.
Oh.
Ribbit.
Yabble.
Billy Apple. Onto some births. Real births. Not those births. We've got Elvis.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Give birth to me.
Thank you, mother. we've got Julie Andrews,
Oh, nice.
Woody Allen, Donald Sutherland, rest in peace, Jerry Lee Lewis, Judd Hirsch, the Dalai Lama,
Oh,
and the King of Saudi Arabia, Salman.
nice.
It's kind of a cool name.
Salmon.
One name.
What? Yeah,
Last
all of them. No, all of them.
Oh,
the
sorry.
King of Saudi Arabia till now.
Wow.
And they're known as the Salman.
That's interesting.
Right on.
Yeah. Onto some deaths. We've got T.E. Lawrence, who was a British soldier and archaeologist and was known for his liaison role with Arabia during World War One. And Lawrence of Arabia is based on him. Rest in peace. We've got Teddy Flack, who was an Australian athlete. Oliver Wendell Holmes Jr., 59th Supreme Court Judge. Magnus Hirschfeld, German physician and gay rights advocate. And Jane Addams, a social activist and Nobel Peace Prize winner in 1931.
Rest in peace.
There you go.
Yeah, nearly 100 years old. Their deaths.
Don't say that, gosh.
Rest in peace.
I remember talking about Teddy Flack a long time ago, though. We talked about him in 1896 when he won the first gold medal for Australia, I think,
Wow. Great
at
memory.
the Olympics.
Huge.
There you go.
I've got the first Olympics as well.
Yeah.
Love to see it. Representation of the first one. On to some movies. Stop me when you know them, of course, as usual. The 39 Steps.
Oh, can't wait for the sequel.
Have you done
40.
39 Steps, Shanti?
Yeah, the movie bangs.
Oh, okay. The Irish in Us. The Triumph of Will, which was a Nazi propaganda movie.
Ooh.
The Bride of Frankenstein. Midsummer Night's Dream. Call to the Wild. Mutiny on the Bounty. And Anna Karenina. You familiar with those?
I've seen a handful of
There's a
them.
few classics,
Yeah.
books that have been
Yeah.
filmized.
And the 7th Academy filmized.
You heard me?
I like that.
It's like
Yeah.
a ray gun. I don't know how, but yeah.
Just turns it into a movie.
Yeah. At the 7th Academy Awards, on February 27th, far out, I have a lot of useless information. Here we go. One highlight from the ceremony was It Happened One Night, sweeping the five major categories: Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, Best Actress, and Best Adapted Screenplay.
Far out.
This was the first time a film had won the Big Five, and it wasn't repeated until One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest in 1976, and then only one other time with The Silence of the Lambs in 1992.
Wow.
Huh.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What's it called? It happened at one night.
It Happened One Night, yeah.
Never heard of that.
Good movie, but my internet has just stopped working, so I can't pull up the IMDb page for it.
That is devastating.
Just looking at boondoggles.
Those funny little things, those Scooby-Doo things. And I don't really know where else to include this, but Porky Pig made his debut in I Haven't Got a Hat.
Okay.
Our king, our stuttering king.
Did he ever get his hat? Or?
I have no
I
idea.
haven't got a hat. Sorry, that's an impression of him, not...
Not his hat.
Yeah, not his hat.
Yeah. Onto some songs. We've got Cheek to Cheek by Fred Astaire. The Isle of Capri by Ray Noble. Red Sails.
You know what Ray Noble sounds like?
What?
Bilyabel.
Red Sails, not Snails, in the Sunset by
Very different song.
it's just
Is it a slow
silence.
song?
By Guy Lombardo. When I Grow Too Old to Dream by Glenn Gray and his Royal Canadians. Oh, I got to sneeze. Oh, it's gone. That's so disappointing.
That's all right.
Lovely to Look At by Eddie Duncan and his orchestra. She's a Latin from Manhattan from Victor Young and his orchestra.
Nice.
And I'm a Little Gypsy Tea Room by Bing Crosby and his orchestra. And It's Easy to Remember and a cover of Red Sails in the Sunset by Bing Crosby.
Damn.
Let me check.
Our boy.
He gives it on on the mixtape.
We've got a Bing cassette.
Yeah.
Is it on there?
We haven't actually ever cracked open a Bing cassette and listened to it.
Mate, the value will go so far down
You got to keep it in mint condition.
Yeah, sorry.
from the $8 we spent on it.
Yeah.
Not here.
None of those, not even red snails in the sunset,
No, man.
which I've written again a second time, even though I know it was sails.
It didn't make it onto the best of Bing.
That's truly a shock.
No.
Coming back in from that lovely little break, we're here to talk about books, the books released. And before we do, this I made mention to this earlier. A book publishing place was founded. Penguin Paperbacks, the first batch were released, where the 10 of them were released, some of them being A Farewell to Arms by Ernest Hemingway, Ariel by Andre Mariois, something like that, I don't know. 25 by Beverly Nichols, The Unpleasantness at the Bellona Club by Dorothy L. Sawyers, and William by E.H. Young.
So these were the original
These are
orange.
the original, the orange penguin paperbacks.
Wow.
They started
pretty
starting
cool.
them in.
I'd say the most iconic, like
And there's
recognizable
so many
look.
of them.
There's a lot of them now.
They look like exactly the same as what
Yeah.
you picture them as now.
Yeah. Just a bigger penguin.
Timeless.
Just a bigger dude down the bottom there,
Yeah.
which I respect.
That's cool.
Yeah. We've got Little House on the Prairie by Laura Ingalls Wilder. Tortilla Flat by John Steinbeck.
Sick.
Death in the Clouds by Agatha Christie, which was Poirot number 12.
Cranking them out.
Yeah. Mary Poppins comes back. Mary Poppins 2. Didn't know that existed. My Inventions by Nikola Tesla. And The Tales of H.P. Lovecraft, which is one of the first majorly successful collections of H.P. Lovecraft short stories.
Oh.
Who's a famously like a really good dude. Onto some sport. We have the for the sports section, we have what is known as the greatest 45 minutes ever in sport.
Wow.
Apparently.
What sport?
It is
Darts.
Athletics. Darts.
Athletics.
Yeah. Jesse Owens equals or breaks 4 world records in 45 minutes. Those records were the 100-yard dash. He equaled the world record of 9.4 seconds. Long jump set a new record of 8.13 meters, breaking the previous record by 15 centimeters. The 200-meter dash set the world record with a time of 20.3 seconds, beating it by 0.3 seconds. The 200 meters low hurdles set a world record with 22.6 seconds. So there you go.
Oh, Jesse.
That
And
is a
then-
pretty impressive 45 minutes.
The year later, he did it again.
All 4 of them again.
Yeah. So
What a beast.
yeah, kind of an absolute beast. Mad respect for the fella. And we have Don Bradman. Speaking of John Bradman, debuts for South Australia, moving from New South Wales and scoring 117 in his first innings for South Australia and beating New South Wales by an innings and 5 runs. And the Harlem Globetrotters Harold Bunny Levitt makes 499 consecutive basketball free throws, a world record that would stand until 1975.
Wow. Not bad.
Jeez.
Couldn't make it 500.
Yeah, just that would be awful. How long did that take? 499 free throws.
What do you reckon, Carl? How long will that take?
2 seasons. Depends how many fouls he gets.
Yeah, well said.
Why
They're all
did he?
consecutive as well, so it wouldn't have taken that long, you know?
This is going to sound real dumb, but why did I think he was just standing there on the free throw line, just shooting free throws
Oh, right.
until he got to
And then missed.
and then missed and went,
The
well,
500 one. Never try that again.
time to go home.
Maybe we should try to beat it. Psych!
Psych.
Babe Ruth hit the final home run of his career. Home run number 714
Oh.
at
In a
Forbes
row?
Field.
Or, yeah.
Imagine. At Forbes Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Pittsburgh. Not bad.
714. Nice.
It's more than I'll ever get.
Same.
Still time.
Suppose so. Onto some toys / board games. There was a reason I got you to do a Monopoly based quiz here. Because you don't have to hold your breath any longer.
Was Boggle founded?
No, Monopoly was.
Ah.
Of course. The crumble cookie was founded.
Ah.
Imagine that'd be a crazy coincidence. The Parker Brothers original Monopoly was released. The game was originally priced at $2, and it featured a little car and a bunch of little like chess piece looking things as the player figures, not like the classic things that we know today. Unfortunately,
Why would you go one car and then chess pieces?
I think you win it. I don't know. I
Oh.
think you can drive it around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You buy a house and then you can
Kinda
buy like the
sick.
car.
Yeah, kind of sick. So yeah, there you go. There you go. There's a perfect. Oh, it's a tank. I lied.
Saying that there's an authentic 1935 first edition on eBay for about $70
That
US.
looks like an iron to me.
That does look like an iron.
And there's a little boat next to it, I think, and a tank.
A warship.
Where's
yeah.
the boot?
Look at all that cash.
Oh,
Anyway.
I should have put this in. I saw the exact value of cash that you get in this edition. Like how much money you get.
Yeah.
Someone can find out and let us know.
Yeah, go for
Let
it.
us know if you buy the original.
Also, this on this eBay listing, there's two to be bought. Oh no, it's in two carts. I lied. Two people are going to buy it.
People are desperate for
People
this.
are fiending for
Yeah.
it. So yeah, I've got a Monopoly based game here,
Ooh.
and it's a higher or lower. How well do you know Monopoly?
Okay.
Kyle said he's never played it before, so I'm
Probably.
I want to take it easy, and I'm going to start with something that you've just seen, which
Yeah.
is the class. Oh, sorry, higher or lower for the how much they're worth.
The properties.
The actual Monopoly editions.
Okay.
So that
Ooh,
one
okay.
was $70. How much they're worth now? That one was $70. Classic Monopoly goes from about $50 to $100, give or take. How much do you think Monopoly British edition goes for? This released the year after.
British edition.
Yeah. British Monopoly, 1936 release. How much do you reckon this goes for?
Oof.
£50 in it.
Is it higher or is it lower?
I'm going to say... Wait. Are we talking about the same currencies here? Like Australian dollars?
Yes.
Okay.
It's this. I'm not going different currencies.
I'm going to say lower.
What's our starting currency?
50
to
to
100.
100.
Oh. It's got to be more.
I'm going to say lower.
It is lower. It is $20.
$20.
Not rare at all, apparently. The next one, we've got the 50th.
I needed that sound effect.
There we go.
Wait, I'll give you one as well. Hang on. Keep talking. Just
We need to put it on the
don't even worry
soundboard.
about it.
We probably should do this.
You think after like 80 odd episodes it'd be on the soundboard?
We've got the Monopoly. Oh, no. The deluxe edition came out in 1995.
Oh, you pay more for deluxe.
Yep, more.
You reckon more?
Yep.
It's more.
Oh, nice. You got it right.
It's more. It is $30.
A bit more.
Yeah. You know, it is what it is. We've got a Monopoly 1995 deluxe edition. This is a gold edition of Monopoly.
Wasn't the other one 1985?
1985.
Golden edition.
Yes, more.
Why is it what's gold about it?
The box is gold.
Oh yeah, that's more. That is more.
Instead of cash, it's gold.
It's just gold bars. You have to figure out the exchange rate.
Bullion.
Is that higher or lower?
Higher.
More. Higher.
Yeah, correct. $50. Nice.
Beat you to it.
Let me just get there.
Nice.
$50. Okay.
Yeah. Next we've got Star Wars edition.
Less.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like people would pay maybe too much money for that.
Top dollar.
Some say top dollar. You were confident on less though, so I'm happy to go with you.
It is more.
Oh.
There's been found $65 to $70.
A sneaky ding.
Next up, we've got the Millennium Edition. Came out in 1999. Is it higher or is it lower than the Star Wars Edition?
How much was the Star Wars one?
$65.
Oh, I thought we broke the hundy.
Not yet.
Goodness
Millennium
me.
Edition. That's got to be. That's
gotta be
gotta
more.
Pretty more. That's got to be nice.
It's got to be pretty more.
$1 million,
Pretty
I
more.
reckon. For 1,000.
It's less.
Oh, what?
It's about $30. They made so many of them. That's why, unfortunately.
That's where they went wrong.
Yeah, sorry.
Why did it sound like that?
Sound like that. We've got the Monopoly Electronic Banking Edition. Came out in 2006.
Like an ATM?
Yeah, kind of.
That's kind of sick. You pay more. Wait, $30 was the one before, right?
Yeah.
This has got to be more.
Yeah, more.
It's less.
What?
It didn't work.
Oh,
So it has not held its value. It goes for about $15 to $20. Some of the things that I've seen. Not ideal.
Next one's up, hands down. Is
Yeah.
the Disney Pixar Up
We've got the
edition.
Monopoly Ultimate Banking Edition.
More.
ultimate banking.
Ultimate Banking
More.
Edition.
More.
It is more.
Nice.
It is $100. We finally got there.
What makes it so ultimate? Do you know? Or?
Oh, and this has like everything. Like it's got heaps of pieces.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And also has an electronic banking system that works.
Ah, that'll do it.
Yeah. Last one, we've got Monopoly Mega Edition. Also came out in 2006.
Mega edition.
Mega Edition. Do you know why it's mega, perhaps?
Yes.
It's got a larger board and different types of pieces.
Oh, yeah. Yep, I'd pay $200 for that.
For a larger board.
Yep, it's higher.
You reckon, what are you thinking, Max?
I'm back here, Kyle.
It is lower.
I shouldn't have given you that false confidence. Oh!
And there we go. You played higher or lower Monopoly
That's
Edition.
not the most expensive Monopoly, though.
No,
right?
Monopoly. No, I didn't want to look at that. I don't even know what it
It's
is.
like hundreds of thousands.
This ultimate banking edition is actually kind of sick. It has like credit cards you use.
What?
I think I've seen that.
That's kind of sick.
Credit cards.
Yeah, you have these bank cards.
So that's how it's electronic, I suppose.
Yeah,
Great gimmick.
Yeah, going from cash to credit cards.
I like it a lot.
It's like you get a MasterCard.
But then you can't flex with like your giant stacks of $1 Monopoly dollar notes.
Yeah. Do you reckon that's like a legit exchange rate?
I don't know. I reckon the Monopoly Ultimate Banking Edition gets a top year guarantee.
You love using sound effects. Just turn it down. Onto inventions for the year. Okay, if you had to guess what I'm going to say this invention is, just like have a ballpark guess about what it was invented. The first thing I'm going to say, because it's so outrageous.
Let me
Give us-
think.
give us a-
Let me
give
think.
us
It's a
area.
piece of clothing.
Oh,
Um,
peasant garms.
the beanie.
No,
Actually, I'm going to go with the cargo shorts. Kidding.
that'd be a huge play.
Velcro.
No, the Cooper Underwear Company of Kenosha introduces the first brief underwear in Wisconsin. Designed by an apparel engineer named Arthur Neil Nebler, briefs dispensed with long sections and had a Y-shaped overlapping fly.
Briefs dispensed with long.
As in it got rid of the long.
You got rid of the long
sections.
legs. It's the brief, and it's got that weird little fly thing where like you're always not too sure if you're being fully supported or not.
Yeah.
Hey, nice. Thank you. Alfred was his name?
Arthur
Oh, Arthur.
Nebler.
Nebler.
Nebler. It's
Mr. Nibbler.
yeah. I want to be an apparel engineer. I'm not gonna lie. Sounds like a kind of a sick job.
But they've already perfected
Yeah.
the brief.
I know it's disappointing.
Yeah.
When I searched up 1935 brief, oh boy, was it a shock.
Undies.
Yeah, just like a gross looking pair of underwear.
Oh, God.
Because someone obviously has the first edition.
Oh, first edition. Someone has the ultimate edition.
The alleged, this is like car people claim the first SUV was released with the Chevy Suburban. It's like a big truck looking thing.
Okay, big truck. That's good.
I'm
Sorry,
actually.
suburban.
I just-
do you
yeah.
mean suburban?
Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't Suburban.
Band.
Server band.
Suburban. I put an E in it for some reason. I copy and pasted that. It had an E in it. But yeah, there you go. It's like a truck body, but like the engine of a normal car, and it could fit a lot of people.
So suburban.
So Suburban. And kind of onto a dog of a bloke's invention. The world's first parking meter was installed.
Boo.
Damn it.
Was installed in Oklahoma City. The parking meter was like designed and invented by Holger George Thusen and Gerald A. Hale. and they made the parking meter at the request of Oklahoma City lawyer and newspaper publisher Carl C. Magee. And people were not happy.
I bet.
Yeah.
It stinks.
There were newspaper. I was looking at those newspaper clippings with outrage
Good.
about the parkometer number 1.
Nothing has changed.
That was the name of it.
Was it actually?
Yes.
Parkometer Mark
They
1.
actually didn't get.
Sounds like a Wallace and Gromit invention.
They actually didn't get the patent until 1938, but they were just chucking them around the place.
You're saying I have to pay to leave my Chevy Suburban here? That is biliable.
Boxed wine and beer cans were invented.
Beer
Wow.
cans were invented.
Beer cans were invented. The Gottfried Kruger Brewing Company of Newark, New Jersey, introduced canned beer as a way to keep out UV light, avoiding the taste of glass, and to have lower oxygen levels, meaning longer shelf life, and they won't break when being dropped.
Genius.
They chill faster and can be taken more places, especially where glass is prohibited. The products were the Kruger's Finest Beer and Kruger's Cream Ale.
Cream ale.
Finest beer.
That's great.
Bit
That
of
is a
beer.
good,
I like that logo.
good one.
It's a little
dude
man
walking?
walking.
Yeah.
In the shape of a K.
They were thirsty and they wanted to take it around with them. Radar was invented officially. Radar detection software was officially invented in May of this year, with early theories of it coming from the 1880s. But Robert Watson Watt and Arnold F. Wilkins produced 6 wooden towers, 2 used for the transmitting antenna and 4 for the receiving antenna, and they'd flew a bomber jet through the area and see if they picked up interference from the plane, and they did. And then they refined it and they used it in the military in 1939.
Fantastic.
That's a good one.
And apparently radar is the only reason why Britain was able to live in the war, because they got bombed in the Battle of Britain in 1939. So there you go.
Thank you, Radar.
Yeah. The Schrödinger's cat thought experiment was conducted in 1935.
Okay.
How deep do you want me to get into explaining this?
Surface.
Give us a top year
Because it
explanation.
is, I don't really, I've got a surface level explanation, but I don't really understand it at all. But I'll give it to you. So the Schrödinger's cat experiment is a thought experiment about quantum physics, where Erwin Schrödinger suggests that if you put a cat in a box with a Geiger counter, a radioactive atom, and poison, the atom will decay, the poison will kill the cat, but if it doesn't, like the whole idea is you don't know if the cat is dead until you open the box. So you have all this stuff in there to detect it dying, but you don't know if it dies until you open the box. And that's the whole idea of it.
So is it like until you see it,
Until you see it, you don't
and
know
it's like
if it's
there's
dead.
there's the
Yeah.
result.
Yeah, and the whole idea of it is to show how like crazy quantum mechanics are. And Einstein used this idea to help with his like theories for nuclear energy.
Wow.
Somehow.
I do not get that.
Yeah, I think it's literally just like, is the cat dead? Yes or no?
I love that. I think that's so cool.
Yeah. I didn't quite know where to put this, so I put it here. Luna Park opened.
Yay!
Oh yeah, in Sydney. So I checked at Inventions because where else to put it.
They invented Luna Park.
They invented that freak who smiles.
Is that
at
the
you.
same? Wait, no.
Yes.
The one in Sydney's been updated, right? From the original face.
Yes, yeah. I think the one in Melbourne has as well.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Oh!
It's pretty freaky.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, hey, it's a cool gimmick though. Walk through like a giant mouth.
The
to get
Melbourne
in.
one.
That is
I
terrifying.
think the Melbourne one still
I
looks
think
like
it
that.
is still the
I think
same.
that, yeah.
Looks like Spirited Away.
That
does
thing
a
is
little bit, yeah.
freaky. Those eyelashes are too long.
Crazy.
Onto some Fast food facts. Not saying like it's fast food, but just I'll make them quick. Pan Am flights provide the first hot meals served in the air. And Alcoholics Anonymous is formed in Ohio.
Right.
2 fast food facts for you.
Right. They were pretty fast.
Wow. Onto the onto the most popular sandwich.
Oh,
I feel like we haven't had a proper segment on this in a very long time, and I'm here to indulge.
Yeah.
I've got a decent amount of information, and I'm gonna run you through a fairly revolting culinary experience.
Oh no!
that they were absolutely loving, and I found numerous newspapers on it. I don't know why. The Decker sandwich became very popular in 1935. It is said to be the perfect sandwich for a bridge tea, a cocktail party, and an after theatre supper.
Multi-purpose sandwich.
The Decker sandwich consists of 3 thinly sliced bread slices with salmon mayonnaise, sardine paste, cream cheese, anchovy paste, and similar fillings.
Oh no.
Oh!
That's too much fish and like egg sauce going on.
And I'm not done. They would likely be decorated with savory garnishes such as more salmon, more sardines, and egg, and sometimes potato.
On top of the sandwich.
just around it.
Oh my goodness. Why did they make that?
The thrill of it.
You're on the cutting edge of sandwich creation.
That's for
How many smelly ingredients can we get in one sandwich?
Yeah, what?
How bad would your breath smell after that?
Let me add potato.
Was the first ingredient you said salmon mayonnaise?
Yeah. and then sardine paste.
Sardine paste.
Then cream cheese. Then anchovy paste.
Oh, it was paste.
What's wrong with just putting anchovies in there?
Where's the solid in there?
Yeah.
It's all liquid, essentially.
Yeah, it's like the PB&J of yucky things.
Yuck.
Yeah.
Wow.
And quickly run to the Nobel Prizes. We have no literature award. No one was doing a good thing. The physics award went to
The cat guy, surely. 100%. Yep. Let's move on.
it went to the radar people.
Okay.
They deserve it.
And that's
Yeah, they
the other stuff is quite confusing. It's all chemistry and no literature, so we can't base ourselves on anything. No. But also interestingly, this was the last year that no Americans received a Nobel Prize in any category.
The last year.
Yeah.
So every year since then.
Yeah,
Wow.
got to sneak one American in there. And onto the predictions. I've left you both waiting, and I'll give it to you straight, Kyle.
Yep.
There was actually there was no major newspaper, but there were 42 newspapers that were established around the world.
I'll take it.
Hey.
42, that equals one big one.
Some of them being the Times of Malta,
Yes.
Yep.
If you're in Malta, that's the big one.
Ya, which was a Spanish newspaper,
Yeah.
which was spreading good news.
Yep.
Pretty good. And the Oswegian.
Yep. I'll take all 3. I'll take all 42.
And Max, yours was big flying things. We've got the China Clipper airplane, which delivered trans-Pacific airmail cargo, which arrived in Manila after a week from taking off from San Francisco and having delivered 110,000 pieces of mail along its 8,000-mile journey. So
I'll take it.
That's pretty good. You think, hey, that's pretty good. And I found another fact. Amelia Earhart became the first person to successfully fly solo from Hawaii to California.
Here we go.
A distance of 2,408 miles.
Boom.
I found that first one and went, that does it. Scrolled down in the Wikipedia and saw Amelia Earhart and I went,
Yes.
he's done it.
Yes.
He's absolutely nailed that.
That feels good. Good to get one there.
Yeah.
Good on you, Amelia.
Coming back into the show, we've got the events of the year, the big events from 1935. And look, I'll start with a decent one, so we can kind of get into it nicely. But it revolves around FDR and his trying to fix the Great Depression, because that was his job.
It's a big job.
And I don't know if you guys have heard of it. He starts a program in 1933 when he becomes president for the first time called the New Deal. And essentially that is that he just makes a bunch of jobs for people. And it didn't really work the first time around, but the New Deal 2 came around.
He
The
stuck with
second
it.
New Deal came out. And so essentially that was 1934, the second New Deal. And the second New Deal continues on with 1935, where the first thing he does is he makes a new tax program called the Revenue Act of 1935, which imposes an income tax of 79% on incomes of over 5 million. And this tax rate affects one person, that being John D. Rockefeller.
79%.
I just think you wanted to get this guy.
Wait, so if you earn 5 million and you have to give 80% of it back,
Yeah.
that's $4 million back. Gosh.
I'd be pissed.
That one guy, that's personal.
John Rockefeller.
Pretty funny. John Rockefeller. And he also created the National Labor Regulations Act of 1935, also known as the Wagner Act, for some reason, which finally guaranteed the workers' rights to collective bargaining through unions of their own choice. So that was another thing he did, was he started really trying to get people to join unions so they could have a say for themselves.
Nice.
And one more big act was the Davis-Bacon Act Amendment, which essentially gave every construction worker or person who furnished material on a covered contract has the right to sue the contractor or suitor if not fully paid within 90 days after performing labour or furnishing such material. So just helping the people.
Helping the people get paid.
Yeah, trying to get people paid because no one had any money and they were trying to make roads and stuff. He also made the Social Security Act, which introduced Social Security and an unemployment insurance into America. The act aims to create a safety net for the elderly, unemployed, and disabled by establishing a system of social insurance. So it's getting people paid.
Good on
Grand.
it.
And on to some tough stuff. Hitler announces German rearmament, which I find quite interesting, so I'll get into it. I don't know have we talked about the Treaty of Versailles yet?
Yeah, it would have come up.
I don't know if we've done that year. Have we?
Not that year.
Yeah, it would have come up.
But essentially, for those we probably talked about ages ago, the Treaty of Versailles was where the Allies after World War I essentially limited the amount of tanks, boats, and infantry the German army were able to have. And when Hitler came into power in 1933, one of the main things was he wanted to regain German pride and power in the world. And so he essentially went totally against the Treaty of Versailles. The numbers from this year are 100,000 people was the cap that you could have an infantrymen in the army, and he went from 100,000 to 550,000 with including inscription. It's like he started just making mass force. And the Luftwaffe was reinstated, which was the German Air Force, and they made about 2,000 tanks and just started
Wow.
beefing up their army, essentially to start a war. That was kind of the idea. He wanted to start invading people around him. And that was in March or whatever. September, the Nuremberg laws were put into place, which is a batch of new racist and anti-Semitic laws that were enacted at the yearly Nuremberg rally of the Nazi Party. The two laws were essentially you can't marry there can't be any marriage between Jewish people and Germans, and the employment of German females under 45s in household was taken out. Like you couldn't be under 45 and work in a German household. And And then the other one was the Reich citizenship law, which declared that only those of German or related blood were eligible for citizenship in Germany. This essentially made you a subject without citizenship within Germany.
So you're a subject and you don't have any of the rights of
You don't have any rights. And there was like a bunch of, with the Hitler Youth, they started to give people like identifying factors of what a Jewish person looks like. And so they just allow people just to run around and start like brandishing people as Jewish. And so they started putting like name badges and stuff on them with like the Star of David, and they'd put them on the street. And then in November of 1935, that started to include Romani and people of colour. So just essentially anybody that wasn't German became citizens or subjects without citizenship. And then they actually made Romani people enemy of the race-based state, which was the same category as Jewish people. Gee. So just a lot of racism at the time. And another crazy thing that Hitler announced was that pacifism during wartime would be punished with the death penalty within Germany. So essentially, they were aiming to go to war at this point.
Far out.
Yeah.
It took them a while to get there from here, though, right? How many years?
I think they invaded...
Like 4 years or so.
Well, they invaded someone, I think, in 1936.
Oh, okay.
And then the UN was like, hey, we're not about that. And then there was like a bunch of stuff that happened, and then they officially invaded like Italy, I think it was, or France or something in 1939, and that's when World War II started.
Right.
But yeah, there was a lot of stuff that wasn't great. A slightly better one, the Hoover Dam was officially finished and dedicated by FDR. And it holds, I don't know how much water this is, but it's a lot. 28.9 million acre feet of water.
Did you say you don't know how much water that is? Or you don't know?
That's the
acre feet.
Acre feet. That's what I don't quite know. But it was originally called, when they dedicated it, it was called the Boulder Dam, and then they changed it to the Hoover Dam in 1947 because of the president. But yeah.
That's crazy.
Pretty incredible.
Is this when they drive a car down in Fast X?
Yeah, it is.
They drove a car vertically down.
Yeah, whilst they're blowing it up.
What? Is that the one with John Cena?
Yeah.
I shouldn't be surprised at anything that happens in those movies anymore.
And it's also like, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. It's crazy ending. It's an amazing picture. And another indication that there is war a-coming is we have Mussolini's invasion of Ethiopia. On October 3rd, Benito Mussolini's fascist Italy invaded Ethiopia, leading to the Second Italo-Ethiopian War, which resulted in the Italian occupation of Ethiopia and Italian East Africa. Essentially, Mussolini used a border incident on one of the borders of Ethiopia as justification for this invasion. And the League of Nations kind of did nothing. They just kind of said, that's not great. But then they also started, after a while, putting economic sanctions on Italy to try to weaken them. But it didn't really do anything because they were so strong in their invasion. So they were just kind of taking all the like stuff from Ethiopia anyway, so it wasn't really impacting them too much, which wasn't great. And the League of Nations started sending in assistance to Ethiopia to help them out, which they then stopped for World War II when Hitler started doing all of his stuff, which isn't fantastic. But we have another little sprinkle of a fun fact to soften the next fact. We have Chenosuke Matsuyama, a Japanese seaman from 1784, sent a message in a bottle that his ship had wrecked, and it washed up in Hiroshima in 1935, where he was born.
Oh, what?
So essentially, it is just a message saying that they had wrecked. And, you know, you can kind of figure that out later. But it's pretty cool.
That's so random.
Yeah, just a random coincidence. But we have one last little fact. We have the August 1 Declaration, which was a declaration made by the Communist Party of China calling upon the nation to end its 8-year-long civil war and unite under a national front in order to resist the invasion from Japan. The Chinese Civil War saw the Communist Party, led by Mao Zedong under the Long March, retreat from nationalist forces, essentially to show them they did a 6,000 mile, or I think it's a 10,000 kilometer retreat to show the nationalist forces that they didn't want to fight anymore and just wanted to focus on, Japan was invading. And this showed that like China as a nation, that Mao Zedong should be the leader of the Communist Party, as they saw that as the best possible outcome for the Chinese people, which turned out to be not great, which we have talked about, but like ever so slightly. So there's that. But
Was he not a good...
he was probably one of the worst, which, it goes understated because of Stalin and Hitler. So, which is quite interesting, but, we'll get to that at some point, I'm sure. We have 2 final facts that will hopefully lift the mood here. One of them is kind of a double fact. We have the UK introduces a 30 mile per hour speed limit in built-up areas. The limit had previously been 20 miles per hour. They took it away in 1931, and there was no speed limit. So in 1935, they made it a 30 mile per hour speed limit. So, of course, what does a man do when there is an uncapped speed limit? You go to Utah and you drive over 300 miles per hour.
Oh, yeah.
This is the first person, Sir Malcolm Campbell, to break 300 miles per hour in a vehicle, in a automobile. And he drives the Bluebird. And setting a land speed record of 301.337 miles per hour, or 484.95.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is incredible.
Yeah. Pretty sick. The Bluebird, cool car as well. Because you always got to drive in a cool car.
It's like flat.
And blue.
It's like we've talked about this.
We have.
Yeah.
And his son.
Of course.
Let's go.
Donald. That's it.
What a great one to finish on.
Oh, don't you worry. There's actually one more.
Oh, bonus fact.
Another speed record. Howard Hughes sets a new airspeed record of 354 miles per hour in the Hughes H-1 racer plane.
Come on.
Go a little faster.
Go faster.
Yeah, come
Yeah, I know. That's like the same as the car. It's just a bit faster.
Still pretty impressive.
Okay,
though.
it's nearly...
I mean, it's
that's pretty quick.
600 kilometers an hour.
Yeah. So there you go.
Well, thank you, Wilson. That was an interesting look at 1935.
A wordy look near the end there.
Well, lots to think about. That's what I'm saying. But now the honour falls to Kyle and I to give this year a score and see where it sits on our year tier.
Of course.
Now, the way we do that is we've got 5 different categories. Those categories are pop culture, historical significance, funny factor, technological advancement, and personal enjoyment. Kyle and I will each give those a score out of 10. We're going to add up all of those numbers, which will give us a number out of 100, and then we'll see where it stands. Let's start with pop culture.
Let's see.
We've got the Academy Award thing first. Major 5 thing. We've got all the movies that were ray-gunned in from books. Penguin.
Yeah.
Released their first paperbacks.
I like that.
And Monopoly, really.
I'm going to go with 4. Bit harsh. I know.
No, I don't.
And
I
the
don't-
dude who inspired Lawrence of Arabia. Just thought I'd chuck that in there.
4.1. No, 4.
4 from me as well, I think. I mean, Elvis was born,
Elvis was
but I
born.
think that's
Miss it.
that's setting up some pop culture for later years.
True.
Historical significance seems pretty important.
Yeah, a lot
pretty
of
big.
events that kind of led to World War II.
Yep.
Lots bubbling under the surface or on top of the surface,
Yeah.
and hard to stop from bubbling.
Yeah.
7.5. I'm gonna go.
I'll go with 7.
Okay. Funny factor.
Jeez, it was not much funny. Underpants were invented.
Underpants were invented?
And beer was
I don't know.
invented.
Maybe the briefs.
Beer was invented. Well, beer cans.
It was invented.
That's kind of really it.
This was a serious year.
Yeah.
I'm going to go... I was looking at you and hoping that a number would jump to mind, but it didn't. You
3.5.
I'll say 3.
3.5, yeah.
A 3 and a 3.5. Technological advancement.
Radar,
Canned beer.
canned beer,
And beer, boxed wine.
boxed wine, parking meters,
Boo. Minus points.
SUVs.
SUVs, Schrödinger's cat. They put a cat in a box with some poison and an atom.
When you put it like that, it sounds pretty rough.
They have a category for obscure philosophical structures
Thought
and
ex-
frameworks.
Yeah, thought experiments about crazy things. And Luna Park. I don't know if that's a technological.
That's pop culture, mate.
Yeah, true.
Rate for radar, I'm going to say 6.
I'm going to say 6.
All right. Final category. Personal enjoyment. A bit of PE. I liked it.
Yeah, I did too.
It had a serious weight to it towards the end, which
Yeah.
I appreciate. We got to get into the
Yeah.
serious stuff.
I find this time in history really interesting. Like I did probably too much research into this. There's a lot of stuff that happened.
I'm going to go 7.5.
I'm going to go 7.
All right. Final score is getting locked in as we speak. Gives it a grand total of
5.55.
55.5.
55.5.
Where does that place it on our U tier? Puts it at number 45, which is not too bad. Towards the top of the C tier
Just below 1942.
on a score of 56. And just above 1937 on a score of 54.
Hey, Amelia Earhart did some stuff in 1937.
There you go. She was on a roll.
She was just flying around.
Couldn't stop her.
That's actually kind of looking at that. John T's a big fan of canned beer.
It's the first thing in
There's
there.
like a clump of 1937, 1935, and 1942. That's interesting.
Yeah. It's like
like
some
that.
trends are sort
I
of
like
popping
that.
up.
Yeah,
But thank you, Wilson. I think that's an apt score.
yeah, I think so.
I also agree.
Well, should we wrap this thing up?
Got a couple of things to do.
Let's
before
wrap it
we,
up.
Wilson, do you want to do the honours?
Can this beer?
We are scouring the Guinness World Records 2025 book for the elusive Jimmy
Jimmy
Beast
Beast.
pool. We want the Jimmy Beast page.
Will it ever happen?
Yes.
Potentially.
We're opening it
Will this be the day?
to a random
I'll do a
page.
good little. All right, no, I'll a random one.
Did you
Oh,
say
I see
Beast?
Was I on Beast?
I think I saw a double page.
Oh,
You lost it.
I've got an orangutan.
Okay, that's pretty good.
That's still good.
This is monkey page.
I have this is actually a Natural World Roundup page.
Oh, cool.
But the fact I found is the oldest orangutan in captivity.
Okay, it's
Oh.
got to be like 60, 34 maybe.
Born in the wild, captured in 1961. Bella the Sumatran orangutan,
Sumatran. But
sorry, there we go, was estimated to have reached
Suburban.
63 years old in
you're close to
2024
the 60.
and lived in
Oh, really?
Hamburg.
Burger.
Lived in Hamburg since April 15th, 1964. Wow. With the great apes of Southeast Asia.
Sorry, I was just thinking suburban orangutan. It's pretty funny.
With some sunnies on.
That's
How
a
old?
good fact.
60?
63.
63. Found an icons page.
Oh, don't show us the long fingernails page.
I'm just trying to get some Jimmy Beast pulls here.
You got one more chance to do it.
I got it again.
Nail,
Page out of
baby.
here.
Why are her toes out? Hold on. Anyway, I just don't want to look at that.
All right. We're going to randomize for me
Oh,
for whether it's next week or the week after. Let's spin that wheel.
Let's spin the wheel. I'm excited. Oh.
Oh,
A little bit of lag. That's
I
all
think the
right.
lag means it's
Oh
going to
my
be
God.
1990.
That makes
Put
it
it
lucky.
away.
Oh.
No,
Hey,
I'm
we've
not
done
doing
that.
it. I just did 2022.
All right. Landed on 2020.
2020.
No, I'm spinning again. Respectful.
Spin again. A respectful spin again. I like that.
I can't see it. Wilson.
yeah, I know.
And no spoilers.
I don't want to see what it looks like.
It was an accent. I didn't mean to.
Oh.
2021.
Oh.
Oh, 1925.
1925.
The roaring 20s.
25.
10 years back from today.
What's different?
They were roaring.
And 100 years back from now.
And yeah.
Hey,
Oh
that's
my-
pretty fun, actually.
Okay. That's what Greg Heffley talks about.
100 years ago. Okay.
Have you guys seen those Frank Heffley memes where he's
No, but I might search some up after this.
he's basically like a demon?
What?
Anyway,
What?
thanks for listening, everyone.
I've just been informed. I don't know if any of you guys have the Instagram up ready. There might be a message.
Oh.
How have we missed that?
If we have time for a quick.
That's really embarrassing.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got
message.
time.
A late message.
It's just snuck into the perfect moment.
Oh, I see it.
Oh.
This is from friend of the show, Claire.
Oh, thank you.
She said, "Can you interview this local hero?" So this is from a Facebook page called The Local. 120 pubs in 24 hours. Most retirees take up golf. David Clarkson took up pub crawling at the world record pace. Sorry, I thought that was actually a woman. In early 2024, the 69-year-old Brit turned Aussie smashed the Guinness World Record for most pub visits in 24 hours, ticking off 120 pubs on foot. That's a pub every 12 minutes. With a minimum 125 ml drink at each. The man consumed 20 litres of liquid in one day. Mostly soft drinks because strategy.
Yeah.
A retired accountant, David planned his route with licensing data, pivot tables and Google blah, blah, blah. With Guinness officials in tow, he celebrated his 100th pub with a loud cheer. And the best part, after all that, his final act wasn't collapsing in a heap, it was ordering a full pint. A true professional. Well played, David. Your spreadsheet-fueled session will go down in pub history.
We'll reach out to him.
We
that sounds
definitely need
epic.
to. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
How are
awesome.
there that many that close to each other, though?
Yeah.
Was this from the UK?
A pub at... No,
He
this
did,
is
it's in
Sydney.
Australia.
Oh, my goodness.
Is that final photo? Oh, no, don't worry.
Top beer.
Top, yeah, we can
120
top beer. Oh
pubs
my
in
gosh,
24
that guy's
hours.
experience with beer as well.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Predictions.
How could I forget?
125.
I was about to talk about the Instagram.
Yeah, I know.
Let me write them down.
Predictions.
Is it? It's too safe of a play to say speed record. 'Cause I'm not going to do that, but it's too safe.
Yeah, it does feel safe. Is it also too safe of a play to say they were eating something kind of crazy?
Yes.
Yeah, because that I feel like every
You got
year
to say
has
like
that.
something weird with potatoes or beans.
Okay.
Mr. Beans.
But you saying potatoes and beans instantly transport my minds to they were transporting meat across the ocean in unrealistic coolers like they did that one time.
that one time.
This isn't based on anything, but my hunch is there's going to be some pretty crazy novels in 1925.
Okay.
Okay.
I like that.
It's also a cool time for movies, right at the end
I
of
was
the silent era.
about to say, but I don't know how to phrase it. I don't know what aspect of
Come on, guys. We're on the clock here.
I know.
All right. I'm gonna say they were doing some crazy stuff with meat.
Crazy
I actually
meat
love
stuff.
that. I actually love that.
Awesome.
Interpret crazy how you will, but hey,
Okay.
that's my prediction.
I'm trying to
Thought
think of
some
like
crazy meat stuff.
you know what? I'll say that doing some crazy stuff with movies. Is that too broad?
That's what Jonty's was.
No, it was books. He had some,
He also said movies.
You guys can split it. You
we'll
can
split
share
it.
it.
He'll take books. I'll take movies.
Sure.
Nice. Okay. There's some good stuff there, I reckon.
Yeah.
You know where there's also some good stuff?
Oh yeah.
Now, outro.
Tell me about it.
Oh, Instagram.
Check us out on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
At Top Year Pod,
Oh yeah.
and also on YouTube and TikTok
Yeah.
to see some great stuff.
Oh yeah. And send us an email at topyearpod@gmail.com.
Or
Send
an
us-
Instagram message, as you just saw.
Yeah, true. An Instagram message.
Yeah.
And I was going to say send us a voice note, but I don't know if we have time for that.
We do.
We'll make time. We'll make time for that, definitely.
But yes, until next time, have an amazing day and have a top year.
Bye.
Bye.
That's the slogan.